Okay, last time in the done. Oh wait, no, that's not what I'm supposed to say. Alrighty, yep. So we are kind of experimenting with the new setup. Hopefully it works. We'll see. We'll modify after this, but we'll see how it goes. So Maddie asked, "What does the chaos bag look like?" The chaos bag. We're playing on standard. Oh yeah, it doesn't focus right now.
Does it look brown or black?
It's black. It's actually from Quex
Oh,
and Quedlinburg.
yeah.
I've packed up half of this room and I still have not found my original chaos bag. I have no idea where it went. But the chaos bag right now is a frost token, 2 skulls, 1 cultist, 1 tablet, autofill, and pass. Those are the symbols that we're looking at. And then everything else is just kind of your standard distribution. So, gather round, children. Nelson has a story. Okay.
Oh yeah, I could take a break now. This is great.
Yeah. You want to hop on your stream and you can stream whatever.
Yeah, right. People can just watch me staring off.
Take my sip of whiskey.
Godspeed.
Open my Cherry Coke Zero. Or Diet Dr. Pepper Zero. This is just free marketing for him.
Seriously. Nice.
Alrighty. This is insane. This I just want to point out that I feel like Dunwich Legacy was a sequel to the Dunwich Horror.
Mm-hmm.
And instead they just wrote the Dunwich Horror in the front of this book. And instead,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. Like I said, the first time I read this, I was exhausted by the end, and I wanted to end stream. It was fun.
okay. Here we go. It's great because reading is definitely my strong suit.
No, that's good.
I am forced into speech because men of science have refused to follow my advice without knowing why. It is altogether against my will that I tell my reasons for the opposing and contemplated invasion of the Antarctic, with its vast fossil hunt and its wholesale boring and melting of the ancient ice cap. And I am the more reluctant because my warning may be in vain. Doubt of the real facts, as I must reveal them, it is inevitable, yet I suppress what may seem extravagant and incredible. There would be nothing left. H.P. Lovecraft at the Mountains of Madness. Son of a gun, this looks like something that should not be read aloud. So many words. It's so... But, so it does tell you to proceed to different prologues, so we're not reading it all. So
Yeah. Just 90% of it. Just don't worry, chat.
So Prologue 1. You understand now, yes, why this expedition must be stopped. Professor William Dyer sits across you from his office desk. A wealth of academic papers and scientific journals lies sprawled between you, including Dyer's own lengthy account of his journey into the Antarctic. Up until the publication of his revised report, the alleged truth, the university's last expedition to the Antarctic, yielded very little in the way of scientific discoveries. That's tough. That's a bummer. At Dyer's request, you'd read through this new report of what really happened beyond those mountains of madness, as he had dubbed them. You scarcely would have believed any of it were it not for the bevy of photographs and drawings that came along with it. Evidence of mangled, dissected bodies, of perplexing 5-pointed snow graves, of strange specimens found half buried in the ice, and finally aerial shots of the jagged black peaks described in Dyer's tale. Dyer has called on you to help convince his colleagues to abandon their planned follow-up expedition. His student Danforth, the other member of the expedition to reach the alien stone city described in Dyer's report, paces back and forth by the entrance of Dyer's office, muttering nonsensically to himself while you consider their strange tale. You're still unsure what to make of all this. On one hand, Dyer's concern seems genuine, and his account is filled with such detail and specificity that you find it difficult to doubt his authenticity. That almost that had some flow to it. That had some flow to it right there.
That was good, dude.
Yeah. And yet there's no way they could all be true. An ancient city in the ice built by primordial beings? The so-called elder things? How could such things be real? Danforth mumbles something about a nameless black pit as you place Dyer's report back on his desk. The professor gazes you with sleepless, bloodshot eyes. Well? Dyer asks, will you help us stop this madness? Will you make them see reason? So the lead investigator, and so this is where we may need some help with the 2-player versus 1-player rules. The lead investigator is chosen at the start of each scenario or at the start of the campaign. And the lead investigator does not change. It is the same for the entire, at least, game. Mm-hmm. But actions can be taken in any order, I believe. Okay, so I feel like you should be lead investigator because
I am like a cop, yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. So you are the lead investigator. So,
all right, cool.
Choose one. I believe you, but if what you say is true, should we not investigate these findings further? Or, I'm sorry, but this seems too wild to be true.
We should probably investigate it, right? I mean, that's what we're here for, the crazy stuff.
Yeah, I would think so, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Dyer lets out an anxious breath and relents. I suppose we might have said the same thing once, but now, after what I've seen, a shudder courses through the man's aging body. You are venturing somewhere humanity does not belong, and I'm starting to believe that scholars such as ourselves can only continue to probe the depths of science for so long before we are laid low by what we find, or by what finds us. Danforth chimes in from behind. That was not needed, Danforth. Come on, man. Dyer glances at his student, studying his expression, then turns his attention back to you. If you go on with this journey with Dr. Kinsler, the lot of you may never return. Will you reconsider? As you explain that while there is surely significant danger in your expedition, Dr. Amy Kinsler, the scientist leading the new trek to Antarctica, has taken precautions to ensure that this does not meet the same fate as Dyer's. More importantly, it is the only way to understand the threats encountered, and the only way to prepare for such threats are unearthed by other, less cautious scientists. I feel like that was some shade thrown at Dyer right there.
Yeah, right?
Yes. No, it's fine. She's okay. So just to ask, how do we know which locations y'all will be at in this scenario? I'll have both of the... I'm going to move both of
them.
The map will be right here. And then Jason, like, I cropped his video, but Jason's keeping it on his side as well. And so it will be, he'll be able to see his own, but that's why we blew it up real big, so that y'all could see and not mirroring 2 different spots. So,
yeah.
Yes, I confess I had the same worry, he replies. We're unlikely to convince the greater scientific community, I'm afraid. Perhaps it would be better to return and learn more about what we saw. Danforth nods. I agree. How do we know what we saw is anything more than the overactive imagination of 2 explorers with queer fascination for the bizarre and a word that I don't know, of Arthur Gordon's Pym ill-fated journeys. That was not hard to convince him at all. I mean,
right. He's like, I guess.
Okay, you know what? You are right. Dyer's eyes narrow at a student. The knowledge reflected in his dark eyes chills you to the core. You say such things, and yet I dare say you did not see what I saw. The student scoffs. You are not the one who glimpsed the mirage at the edge of the mountainside. I'm not referring to the mirage, Danforth. I am referring to what I saw in you, Dyer reports. The thing you said on the aeroplane. And the look on your face I'll never forget. Silence pervades the room as Danforth returns to his corner and languish in his own doubt. Dyer pleads with you, whatever the case may be. Is there nothing I can say to deter you? You ponder for a brief moment, then shake your head. There is too much at stake, especially if Dyer's accounts turns out to be the truth. All right, then, Dyer concludes with a sigh. Since you lot have no clue what you are getting into, I suppose we have no choice but to come too. You can tell Dr. Kinsler that she wins. We will be ready to leave within the week. You shake his hand and make for the door. I hope for all our sakes that Danforth is right, he adds, before you are out of earshot. In your campaign log, record that the investigators convinced Dyer to allow the expedition, and then add 1 cultist token to the chaos bag for the remainder of the campaign. That's probably not great.
Was it Iron Danefoot? That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, we get +1 to all the dwarves.
All right, I like that.
As long as he's ready. And then we go to Prologue 4. Whew. Okay. Yep. I do have to go get, because I forgot our little cards at some point. I have to go get those. You peer up at the overcast sky, hoping it does not forebode things to come. Only a sliver of sunlight peeks through the clouds. You shudder and pull your coat up close over your shoulders, then continue onward to the edge of the Boston Harbor deck. So gather each of the cards from the expedition team encounter set. As you read the rest of the prologue, and each member of the expedition team is introduced, find the story asset from that encounter set that matches the name and acquaint yourself with their card. I don't know where I put the box. Be right back. Going off into the ether.
Oh no, he's gone. Alright. I guess I should get his card too, right, chat? It'd probably make the most sense. Jacqueline Fine, okay. Let's go look for a Jacqueline Fine. She's so fine.
And we're back. Okay. So the expedition encounter set is... These are too close, I would say. Like these two symbols, which is not going to focus for us, but whatever. The two symbols are too close.
She's
Okay. So standing in front of the plankway leading up to the deck of the Theodosa is Dr. Emily Kinsler. So that's her here. A professor of biology at Miskatonic University, the no-nonsense scientist that is a fixture for the university sciences department for over a decade. Without so much as peering up from her clipboard, she crosses your name off as you approach. Good of you to make it on time, Mr. Ellsworth. Here, we'll take your luggage aboard. So Dr. Emily Kinsler is an ally who does not take up an ally slot. She's a partner with 3 secrets, and you can spend a secret and exhaust her to investigate with a base book of 5. If you succeed, look at the top card of any investigator's deck or the encounter deck, and you may discard that card, and she's a 2/4. That's pretty good. I guess the tornado really did sweep Nelson away from this earth. Yes. Oh, will I? The man standing next to her replies with a chuckle. He offers you his hand in introduction. You shake it. Ronald Ellsworth at your service. So Ronald Ellsworth is a partner who uses 5 supplies. We'll just do it like this. During an investigator's turn, exhaust Ronald Ellsworth and spend 1 supply. Choose a treachery attached to any location. Treat that treachery's text box as if it were blank until the end of the turn. Okay, that seems kind of good too.
Nice.
By the way of introduction, Dr. Kinsler explains Mr. Ellsworth has been on over a dozen expeditions and come highly recommended. I'm sure his expertise will be invaluable in the weeks to come. Ellsworth rolls his eyes. His expertise, yes. His willingness to be used as manual labor, he adds with a chuckle as he hefts your luggage and takes it up on the plankway. Come on, Ellsworth, shouts another voice from inside the ship. A gruff-looking man with thick brown beard emerges, motioning for Ellsworth to hurry. We've got a ton of work to get done before we embark. A little busy, Cookie, Ellsworth shouts back in reply, and then back to you, he remarks over his shoulder. Do not mind him. Cookie is a bit of an intense fellow, but he is all right. So I assume there's probably... Yep. Oh, James Cookie Fredericks. This guy looks like my kind of dude. That is some amazing soak at the very start of the game. Yes.
Right?
It really is, and kind of makes me scared for what's about to come. So, James Cookie is a partner, uses of 3 ammo, spend 1 ammo and exhaust him. Fight with a base fight of 5. If you succeed and the attacked enemy is a non-elite, it cannot attack you for the remainder of the round. He's a 5/1. Whoa. That looks fun. That looks fun and exciting.
Get hyped.
Ooh. The name's Fredericks, the gruff man sparks. James Fredericks. I swear sometimes I think I'm the only one here who's ready for this damn trip, he mutters angrily. And didn't anyone ever tell you it's bad luck to name a shift after someone who died at sea? That's awesome. Thanks for telling me that.
Yeah, right.
Another voice calls down from the deck of the ship. Cookie, if you could be so kind to lower your voice. Some of us are trying to work up here. The man responds with a grunt and ducks back inside the ship, rolling his eyes. You crane your head upwards to see a young woman leaning over the railing of the ship's deck, her long brown hair tied in a thick ponytail that dangles around her neck. Hey, you made it, she calls out. Dr. Kinsler is pretty excited that you're coming along. Looking forward to working with you. Without looking up from her clipboard, Dr. Kinsler mumbles, Miss Takeda Hiroko. Oh, here, the top one. Takeda Hiroko is partner uses his 9 resource. Does my camera keep flickering? I keep seeing it like out of the corner of my eye, and maybe I'm just going insane. But okay.
I think Discord is. If you're looking at Discord's having a few snags. So.
Discord's having some issues.
Yeah, it's having Discord problems.
Exhaust her to move up to 3 resources. Ooh, from her to your resource pool with a soak of 3/3. She has 9 resources. Whoa, 9 resources.
She's rich.
She is rich. That's kind of exciting. I assume and I hope that we get to pick one of these to like hang out with, because they all seem really, really, really good.
What if they're all enemies?
Oh my gosh, that would suck. There's a plot twist.
Yeah, just want to put that in your ear. Yeah.
Miss Takanoko Hiroko is our aeroplane mechanic. As with the previous expedition, we'll be constructing our planes on site. That's okay. No need to worry. She may be one of the youngest in her field, but she knows what she is doing. More of the crew begin to arrive, one by one. The first is a man in his 30s with wispy blonde beard and bright green eyes. Mr. Avery Claypool. Dr. Kinsler introduces you to the man, and 2 of you shake hands. Mr. Claypool is an associate of Mr. Ellsworth. He will be serving as a guide to the Antarctic. So Claypool is a partner of 5 supplies, 3/3 soak as well, and then when investigated, your location reveals a frost token during a skill test. Exhaust him and spin 1 supply. Cancel that token and reveal a new one. Okay, well that's kind of interesting. Knowing Lovecraft, odds of that are high. Oh yeah, you guys are dead for sure. This stuff is way too That's funny. Oh yeah, no, you guys are screwed. Weather permitting, Claypool jokes. Honestly, we'll be lucky if we can get off the ice shelf. I'm confident with your skills if we make it as far as Dyer and Lake did. Oh my gosh, this is so long. That's what I'm
I don't
afraid.
Even think you're halfway through it.
That's what I'm afraid of, Claypool mutters, walking briskly past Kinsler and up the plankway. On his way, he passes Ellsworth, and the 2 freeze, locking eyes. You could swear that the temperature lowers several degrees between the brush of one another's without a single word. Oh, well, that's fun. That's good. They are usually on better terms, Dr. Kinsler says under her breath, but recently they fell into some issue or another. They had better learn to live with their differences. They will be unable to avoid one another for quite some time after all. He watches Claypool's gaze wanders back to Ellsworth for just a fraction of a second before he turns away angrily and enters the ship. That'll be fun. The next to arrive is a woman with warm brown skin and weary eyes. Along her luggage, she carries a rather large, bright red medical kit emblazoned with a white cross. She extends her hand, and you cannot help but notice the nervous tremble in Dr. Kinsler's hand as she shakes it. Thank you for joining us on this young voyage, Mala. Oh, Amy, someone has to keep you alive, she says. This is a moment of awkward silence as Dr. Kinsler glances up at the woman and then down at her feet, her cheeks tinged red. Right. Well then, she remarks, continuing up the walkway.
Here, do you want me to take over for a bit?
Yeah, dude, go for it.
All right. Dr. Kinsler clears her throat once she is out of earshot. Dr. Mala Sinha is her physician, she explains. It took some convincing to get her to join us, so try not to abuse her expertise with inconsequential problems, Nelson. Frostbite will be a very real concern, as will gangrene and hypothermia. Try to stay on her good side, Nelson. You're unsure if Dr. Kinsler is joking.
He actually says that in here. It's weird.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
crazy,
Nelson.
right? Yeah.
Alrighty, so Dr. Mala Senya is a partner with 3 supplies of 4-2 soak, and spend 1 supply and exhaust her. Heal 2 damage from an investigator or another ally asset at your location. Cool.
Fantastic.
Okay.
All right. A man's voice pierces the sudden silence along with the clamor of a dog barking. On you! Damn it, on you! Don't run off like that, he shouts. That will be Mr. Ashavak, Dr. Kinsler says, scratching off another name from her list. Moments later, you watch as the large gray fur dog bounds toward you, its tongue hanging out of its mouth in excitement. You lean over and pet the dog, running your hand along her thick, long fur. The man finally catches up to the dog, huffing with effort. On you! Come on! I thought I trained you better than this, he says, catching his breath. Elia Ashavak is our dog handler, Dr. Kinsler interjects. He is in charge of taking care of the 44 sled dogs that will be murdered mercilessly throughout this trip we are bringing along with us, not to mention their feeding and training. Anyu here makes 45, he corrects her before turning to shake your hand. Also, we'll be holed up in the ship for a while, so let's drop the formalities. Just Elia is fine.
So Elia Ashavak is a partner with 3 secrets, a 3-3 soak. Spend 1 secret and exhaust him to evade. Attempt to evade with a base foot value of 5. If you succeed, you can move to a connecting location. Cool.
All right.
This is such a cool game. No gameplay yet, just narrative of it. I'm here for it. That's really where this game shines. It's a fantastic narrative-driven game.
Yo, I pet that dog hard too. Like, I hope you all felt that. I really went for it. All right. As the man and his enormous dog board the ship, you ask Dr. Kinsler if she received the letter you sent regarding Professor Dyer's concerns. I am well aware of his report, Dr. Kinsler replies. But, as I have told him time and time again, I have no intention of ceasing or postponing this expedition. Just then, footsteps approach behind you, interrupting your conversation. Speak of the devil, Dr. Kinsler mutters, looking up from her clipboard. You turn to find none other than Professor William Dyer and his student, Danforth, each toting several bags of luggage. I'm glad you finally decided to join us, William.
So Professor...
Amy. Oh, yep.
Professor William Dyer is a partner with a 1-5 soak. Uses 3 secrets, and you can spend 1 secret to exhaust him to heal 2 horror from an investigator or another ally asset at your location. And then Danforth is a partner with 5 secrets, a 2-4 soak, and then after an investigator at your location resolves a Tekeli Lee. Exhaust.
Sure.
We're gonna have to figure out a better way to say that. Exhaust Danforth and spend 1 secret. That investigator draws 2 cards. Oh, cool. Okay.
All right. Amy, he acknowledges, I am not here because I believe in your mission statement. I am here to make sure you and your companions do not get themselves killed. You have no idea what you are walking into. Then you will have ample enough opportunity to educate us along the way. She turns to address young Danforth, who is staring up at the tanker ship with a pained expression. Danforth, I hope you understand that you are under no obligation to come along on this expedition. After everything you went through, she trails off, her eyebrows raised in worry, atypical of her usual cold demeanor. I appreciate your concern, Dr. Kinsler, but I'm looking forward to the opportunity to return to Antarctica. I need to be there again. Oh God, okay. She follows his gaze to the Theodosia, which bobs steadily up and down on the choppy Atlantic waters. Very well. We are still working to get all of our equipment aboard. Mr. Ellsworth Ellsworth can help you find your rooms. You nod and begin boarding along with the remaining crew and the rest of the expedition team. Mostly students of the university, along with several unaffiliated explorers and several researchers in a variety of fields. Just basically red shirts from Star Trek, essentially. Once more, you spy the scant sliver of sunlight above before it is smothered by gray clouds. These 9 characters will be your partners throughout this campaign. Their various talents will be crucial in the scenarios to come. However, if you wish for this expedition to be successful, it is imperative that you keep them healthy and sane.
That's a bummer.
This may be important. Some of us may not have followed this advice.
Oh, okay.
In the expedition team section of the campaign log, you can view the status of each member of the expedition team. As they are injured or begin to question their sanity, update the campaign log accordingly. You'll be instructed when to do so. As each team member is killed or driven insane, cross them off the list one by one.
So don't cross them off the list, is what I'm hearing you say.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
Okay, so I assume we'll hear what to do with these at some point.
Did you just clear up your map?
That was not my map. Those were all
okay.
the allies.
Oh, yeah, we'll hear what to do with it. Don't worry, we have about 5 more pages to go. So
Healthy Insane in the my Lovecraftian universe?
It could happen.
Do you want to read? I'm going to start placing locations and stuff.
Yes. Okay, scenario 1, Ice and Death. Okay. It has been a long 8 weeks since you left Boston, and not without its toil. The Theodosia followed much of the same route as its predecessors, the Arkham and the Miskatonic. You think they could get some new names, man? Come on. First sailing southward along the east coast and through the Panama Canal, before venturing toward the Antarctic Circle. As the weather grew steadily colder, icebergs became more and more of a problem for the ship to navigate. But the crew's expertise and the logs of previous captains who made the same journey, you make good time. Soon enough, you spy the mist-covered peaks of Mount Erebus and Terror. Yes, there's a mountain called Terror ahead, making the site of Ross Island, founded by Ross, near the ice shelf that will serve as the expedition's landing point. As you approach the coast, Dr. Kinsler and the rest of the team meet aboard the deck of the Theodosia to discuss your plans. We'll use the same breeches buoy system as before to unload the supplies into the ice shelf, she explains. Mr. Fredericks, Mr. Ellsworth, Mr. Claypool, you'll be taking one of the smaller boats to the shelf to find us a landing zone. Mr. Takada, once we have a camp up and running, those aeroplanes are your first priority. Mr. Ashevak, I expect those sleds, to help us move supplies from the landing camp. As soon as we reach the ice shelf, there's going to be a lot of work to get done in a short time. I don't want you to have to wrangle 36 dogs on top of all of that, so get them in order. Elia rolls his eyes and idly pets on you, who sits diligently by his side. Yes, ma'am. Professor Dyer speaks up. I suspect the lack of ice melting and boring equipment means that we aren't taking any mineral samples, he asks rhetorically. Dr. Kinsler shakes her head. No need. Although, if we happen to find a suitable place, we might as well claim it. That said, our mission is solely to corroborate the findings you made with Danforth and to bring back more evidence of this ancient species, these quote-unquote elder things, as you have dubbed them. A living specimen would be ideal, of course. Such a strange and alien beast, trapped in ice throughout the ages. It would be like discovering a live woolly mammoth, I imagine. He balks at that. A living specimen? You do not know these things killed several of Lake's men, right? And how do you propose we capture one exactly? She blinks. You're the expert, William. You tell me. Dyer walks off, shaking his head and muttering angrily, I knew this was a bad idea. All right, you all have your assignments. We will reach land within the hour. Be ready, Dr. Kinsler says, dismissing the meeting. Before she can go below deck, you approach and remark that you aren't sure what you should be doing just yet. Oh, there will be enough manual labor to go around, she replies with a hint of a smirk. Proceed to Ice and Death Part 1. That wasn't even Part 1.
But I love what the chat's saying. It's been a long 8 weeks since D20 and Nelson finished reading the intro to Edge of the Earth. Is this Mount Doom? We've been duped. They read the intro to Arkham, but we're actually going to play Lord of the Rings.
That's awesome.
I love it. Also, this is off camera right now. I'm going to fix it before we start, though. Because
that's fine.
This takes so much space. Like, dear Lord.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if you can see mine, Nelson, but like I had to shove all the bottom up, basically. Like, it doesn't look nice. All right, Ice and Death Part 1, Intro 1 of many. After 2 weeks and many hours of hard work, the expedition is ready to make its first foray into the cold, dead continent of Antarctica. Miss Takada, along with the 2 other mechanics, have fully assembled 3 aeroplanes. They're not airplanes, they're aeroplanes. Along the flat ice shelf. A perfect place for takeoff and landing. Your team congregates by the aeroplanes, along with several days' worth of camping equipment. The plan is to fly 2 of the planes over the vast, jagged peaks, taking aerial photos of the stone city mentioned in Dyer's account. That is, such a thing really exists.
Ooh.
If we can find a safe landing zone, we will set up a temporary outpost. Dr. Kinsler explains. Dyer, Danforth, Fredericks, Claypool, I will stick around while the rest of us head back to the camp base. We can use the sleds to ferry supplies to and from the camps. Otherwise, we'll simply scout out the area and head back to base camp. The team nods in agreement and begins to board the planes. If Winifred Hammerbach is one of the investigators, proceed to intro 2. Thank God I can skip intro 2. Okay, intro 3.
Jeez.
All right. Buckle up, your pilot says. You climb into your seat and get ready for the flight. One at a time, the 2 planes take off from the ice shelf and soar into the opaque fog. The rough Antarctic winds and low visibility make for poor flying conditions. But nonetheless, you venture through the beautiful and deceptive polar mirages, over miles of icy waste and barren snowdrifts. Dr. Kinsler peers out the window as you pass a magnificent view of distant mountains that mountains like vibrant, enchanted castles floating above the clouds. They're beautiful, she remarks quietly. These are nothing, Dyer begins. Wait until you see. And then the storm hits. The winter winds are so sudden and fierce that they almost force you out of your seat. Both planes shut to and fro from the horrid winds, and you hear several of the passengers shouting behind you. Oh no, God, no. What the hell, Frederick grunts. We have to head back, Claypool shouts. These winds will force us down if we keep going. We're so close, Dr. Kinsler growls bitterly. We don't have a choice, he yells back, but it's too late. The plane lurches forward toward the ground, and the pilot struggles in vain to regain control. All of the other passengers notice the dark shape of the sky at the same time as you do. It's a massive shadow like a curtain drawn across the mountains, or perhaps the tattered wings of the antediluvian behemoth. It scowls at you with dreadful hollow eyes. Then it reaches out and proceeds to interest 4. They're investing. Winifred Habermock deck is good too. Okay, intro 4. As you regain consciousness, intense pain sears through your blistering skin. Through the haze, you can barely hear the muffled shouting outside the burning husk of the aeroplane. Somebody grips your arm, pulls you from the wreckage, and hurls you onto the soft snow. More shouts erupt around you. There's another! Quickly, grab my hand! You rise to your feet with a world of effort. Miraculously, you are only bruised and winded. Most of the other team members are similarly unharmed, except gather the 9-story assets from the expedition team encounter set, shuffle them, and then choose one of them at random. The chosen character was killed in a plane crash. In the expedition team section of the campaign log, cross off their name. Record the campaign log. The character's name was killed in a plane crash. Find and read the passage next to the column that corresponds to the character killed in the plane crash. Then proceed to setup. Hey, we're almost at setup. All right, Nelson.
Also, I just want to complain here for just a quick second, and then we'll continue. So it says, to set up with this giant map right here, right?
Yeah.
And then I didn't read it until the very end, but it says, note, at the start, only 3 of these are in play. So
yeah, just put them all in play.
Are we just going to all of them?
Yeah, and it'll be good. You'll be fine.
Okay. So give me a number 1 through 10. 9.
3 from the top.
We have lost our pilot. So Takada Hiroko.
Oh, I like Takada. All right. Okay. If Takada Hiroko was killed in a plane crash. Okay. Like some kind of cruel, morbid joke, Takada lies contorted and dead in a contraption of her own making. The team is silent for some time as the realization sets in. Elia looks the sky. I guess that was supposed to be looks at the sky in confusion. What the hell was that thing? That shadow. There's like nothing I've ever seen. Danforth responds with a quiet mutter, only barely audible over the howling wind. The eyes in darkness, the wings. The windowless solid with 5 dimensions. He looks up when he realizes the rest of the team is staring blankly at him. We have no time to mourn, Dr. Kinsler declares. It will be nightfall soon enough. Elias shakes his head in protest. Come on, Kinsler. Takata is dead. Give us half a second, would you? No. She is right, Professor Dyer chimes in. If we do not want to end up like her, we have to move. And then setup.
Okay. So investigator setup. Each investigator may choose one of the available members from the expedition team who is not crossed off to join them. Put the story asset for the chosen character into play in that investigator's play area. These story assets can be found in the expedition team encounter set. Put the story asset for the... Okay, so... Are these the story assets, I assume?
Just their cards, right?
Or is it like the Dyer's sketches and everything?
That's a great question. Let me see. They say asset on them? Oh yeah, they're assets, right? No, yeah.
Not all of them.
I guess the Oh no, I think it's them. Like I think it's
Okay,
their physical
that makes
card.
sense.
Yeah,
That makes
because
sense.
those cards are assets. Yeah.
Alrighty, who do you want?
These performances deserve a reward. Thanks. Wait, what are we deciding? Who we're taking with us?
Yeah, who you want with you?
Takata.
You want Takata? That's I got some bad news for you, man.
Wait,
I don't know
Takata's
if you...
okay, right? Right? Where did Takata go?
Takata is fine. Sure, we'll go with that.
Okay, good. I was a little
Okay,
worried
good.
there for a second. Is there anyone? Because I don't really remember off the top of my head that like helps us explore. We're probably gonna want to explore. I'm just guessing.
Hey, thanks for the gifted sub and congratulations to Diamond Edge, Maddie. No more ads for you. I'm sorry. Who'd you say?
Oh, I don't know. I was just thinking that we want someone to like help explore if there's such a thing.
Ooh, yeah. So
Contribute.
got that guy who does weaknesses. Got heal damage, evade, heal.
Let's do heal damage. Let's do heal
You got
damage
heal
just
damage.
in case.
Okay.
Yeah. Why not?
So that's Dr. Mala Sinha. Nope. That's the file.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I did see. I feel like you guys need a third person for story narration to keep it thematic. Yep, we definitely do.
I just need to get better at accents, is all, and keep my character straight.
I think I want to. I may go with Cookie.
So I get my person, right, and you get yours.
Yes.
That
Yes.
works. All right. So has 3 supply. 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Cookie. You went with Dr. Mala. Okay, so gather all the cards, set some aside, do the hokey pokey. So you're someone actually I don't have, and so we'll need to probably proxy you with somebody.
Yeah, just put me as someone else. Put me as like Roland. He has a good jawline. I could be happy with him.
I mean, Harvey is like what you look like in like 10 years, I would say, or maybe after this expedition.
Yeah, right after the expedition.
Maybe Roland. Roland is what you looked like 10 years ago. So.
Yeah, so I like that idea. Pick the younger me. I look good.
Okay, so I put all of these out here. Like I did some pre-work. I don't remember where I put them. Okay, so these creatures of the thing go outside. Crash site, precarious ice, treacherous paths, and frozen shores are so just kind of like this middle of like these 4 are in our play area right now.
Mm-hmm.
Each investigator begins play at the crash site, so we'll go ahead and reveal that. So the crash site says test book or feat. To scavenge from the wreckage, if you succeed in the supplies recovered section of the campaign log, record spare parts. Max 1 success per campaign, and it's a Shroud of 2.
Okay. Try to 2 with no clues, baby.
I think that's the Investigate, right? Oh, no, you test book 3.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a Booker fee.
Okay. Set skittering nonsense enemy outside out of play. Where is the skittering nonsense? Oh, there's a couple of those. Good. Make sure there's not any more. Oh, yeah, and here's like all the campaign specific weaknesses that's gonna go over there.
Sweet.
Looking at the partner assets, I think they can accumulate traumas like investigators if they are defeated. Maybe they can enter future scenarios with damage and horror from the start. If they take too much trauma, they just get crossed out. I'm guessing right now totally baseless. I think that's a very, very good guess. Either that or they just straight up die, which would be sad.
It's also a very good guess.
Set each uncharted location aside out of play. What are uncharted locations? Oh, those okay. No, those are in play. And the difficulty level, we're not playing on Art or Expert. Shuffle the weaknesses card together. The weakness deck is just over here off screen a little bit. And the remainder of the encounter cards to build the encounter deck.
Can I just say really quick that
what's up?
we haven't started this game yet. And we're only 2 hours into this stream.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Okay, and it's not a fast scenario either. Hype.
2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What am I missing? Oh. Okay, yeah, we're good. I need to go get one. I'm going to go to the be right back so I can fix my camera. But look, you guys have a bunch of people who are just here even though you aren't even playing it. Yeah, go team. It took 1 hour to build and almost another hour to read the intro.
To be fair, that's my fault for emphasizing too much on the character development. I should have done that.
Alrighty, we'll be right back. I'm going to fix my camera and then grab the encounter set that I forgot to grab. Holy Alrighty. Okay. Cool. So that's as good as I can make it really quickly. So this is the map. This is how big it is. We instead of going down, we're going out, and the broad snowdrifts and the remnants of Lake Camp are connected, but I don't have enough of these connecting things to show
Oh,
it. You are now ready to begin.
sweet.
Sweet. So any last words? I guess. And yes,
Um,
I do need to add a sled dog counter apparently.
I mean, it's gonna go to the max, whatever the highest number is. They're all
45.
dead. Yeah, they're all dead. um, yeah, no, I'm hyped. I'm excited. So let's go.
Holy crane shot, Batman. Nice. Yeah. Just moved it up a little bit.
Through your ceiling.
It looks like really weird how high it is now. Like I can't. Okay. Alrighty, so you are the lead investigator, but it
Oh,
does not
yes.
determine play order. Play order is determined by however we feel like it, which I like. I think that's kind of fun, like as a multiplayer.
Yeah.
The other multiplayer rules that we need to kind of keep in mind are that we can commit cards to each other's skill tests as long as we're at the same location, I believe.
Okay.
And then everything that says like heal one horde or do something with an investigator at your location or whatever, you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
So then we get 5 cards. Set my weakness aside. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
I guess the other thing too is you'll have to read the act and agenda cards.
Oh yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So, the agenda: cold welcome. This isn't exactly how you imagined your first foray into the Antarctic wilds. The stinging cold and lashing frozen winds will only get worse over time. Forced, after a location is entered by an investigator for the first time, put into play each set-aside location connecting to that location. Use the map in the campaign guide for reference. Okay. We're just doing it. And that has a threshold of 4 doom. Then search for a campsite. You're going to have to find a way back to the camp and soon, or you'll have to make do with camping in the wilds. If each investigator at the same location and at that location has no clues on it, resign. You set up camp, each investigator resigns. Objective: find somewhere safe to set up for camp. If each undefeated investigator has resigned, advance. If the higher the shelter value at the location they resigned at, the better. So I assume we'll be resolving shelter assets. You can commit one card to another person's test. Okay, thank you. D20 has action or tokens to see how many actions he's taken during a turn.
I have not only tokens for me that are action turns. I have them possibly for Nelson as well.
Ooh,
wait, you can't see
fancy.
There we go.
Those are nice.
Look at that. Yeah.
Those are nice.
I also, to really go over the top, I have frosted health tokens, but I have normal health tokens as well. But we're cold, so they're frosted.
Nice. That's awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah. Nerd alert. Okay.
Nerd alert.
All right.
Okay.
So after locations entered by the investigator,
I think I'm
so
gonna just
find somewhere safe to set up camp. All right. Do you want to just set up at the crashed wreck site and call it a day, and we're done?
Shelter 0. I mean, that sounds pretty good.
Right?
we just resign and sign off. Like, see you guys. Have a good one.
2 hours later, there's no gameplay.
Okay, so I think I'm not going to take Hypnotic Gaze. I don't think I want that. I'm going to hold on to Clairvoyance and Perception and Unexpected Courage and Arbiter of Fates, and then we will just draw 1 card, which is Treachery, so we'll get rid of that, and Shriveling. Sweet.
And you shuffle them back in your deck, right?
Yeah,
Is that how that works? You throw away 1, draw 1. All right, cool.
Yep. That'd actually be pretty funny. Wouldn't even be mad. And a Roland outfit is. Oh yeah, you're wearing the Roland outfit. Yeah, this is how he pictures himself 10 years ago. Um, that's a Herm Nigger quote. Part of me feels like D20 was low key serious.
Part of you is right.
Yeah, I think more than a part of you. Oh man. Okay, so. Alrighty. So I think I'm just building this turn probably. I'm not gonna be the person that's gonna do great things at testing that to find the spare parts. I feel like we probably should.
All right, so I can look for spare parts, but I have to play my cop first because I need a friend. I don't like the idea of not having a friend out there. I like the buddy system. Plus, at the start of after your turn begins, play an ally asset, reducing its cost by 1. And I kind of want to do that.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I just kind of like realized that I have no idea what your deck is.
Oh
like,
no,
I know that you have a machete and something else, and that's about it. That's all I know.
Well, funny enough, too, the machete is in my hand, so it's about ready to go. All right, do you want me to go first? I'll go first.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, I'm just gonna put an ally out there first. So it's gonna. You only cost 3. It's only gonna cost me 2. My friend is Tetsuo Mori, and he's a 2/2. He's a meat shield. So.
Nice.
I mean, he could do other stuff too, but that's really it. So. Okay. Does it alternate, or do I do all 3 of mine?
All three.
Oh. Okay. All right. So let me test this book. Do a book test to look for the parts, and I'm gonna play a perception card, so I get 2 extra books. So I'm questing 5.
Ooh, Leo's ability does not count as an action.
Yeah, but doesn't? Oh no! After your turn begins, play an. Oh yeah, it does say play an asset. Oh, okay. I'm used to having
beautiful.
To play.
That's an asset. Really cool.
All right. So anyway, then my first one will be the test. Then okay, perfect.
You're the captain of the mythos.
And I don't have a bag set up, so you have to pull from.
Okay, I got you. So you want me to pull?
Yeah. Just it has to be good. Don't pull like a -4.
Okay, so are you planning on pulling? Actually, sorry. Let me go first. Can I go first?
Yeah, sure.
Because I can play my Arbiter of Fates and allow me to do my effect twice this turn.
Oh, okay.
So I'll do my first action to play Arbiter of Fates. So this is whenever I use my responsibility, exhaust this card, and then that does not count towards my ability this round. So we can kind of manipulate it that way. So that was 1. I think I probably am going to sit here and gain a resource for 2. Do you have things that you can do if I go for the test?
The test we're sitting on? No, not really. I'm kind of useless at helping you right now.
So, question for the chat. If I play a perception on Jason's test, who draws the card?
I guess the one thing, too... Yeah, I guess I could play a perception on you. Is the other thing I could do.
We could play perceptions on each other.
Right? We'll just switch.
Yeah. So whoever plays the card draws the card. So.
Okay. All right. That works. It's easy.
We might as well. I'm gonna go ahead and test it. So.
Okay.
And then if I fail, then you can test it. So I'm gonna use my ability. So I'm going to test book 3. I'm gonna throw a perception to commit that, so I'm testing book 5 against a challenge of 3. I'm using my abilities, so I get to reveal 2 additional chaos tokens, so I'm going to reveal 3.
Be good. So
a 0, a chill, and a cultist. And I can cancel 2 non-autofill tokens, which will be the cultist and the chill, and so I pass with a 0.
Perfect.
I think I'm really gonna like this investigator because that just seems bonkers. Okay, so we can record that we got the supplies, and I get to draw a card from perception, which is ineffable truth.
Okay.
Okay, so now that was 1, 2, 3. So go for it.
I guess really quick, do we want to diverge paths? Like, do we want to split up? And I go one way, you go another way, and we look for the best place, and then we can like sprint to the other person's when we find a good place.
Probably.
Okay.
I do have that card in my deck where I can jump to any revealed location, so hopefully that works.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So for my unofficial first thing, I played Tetsuo. My very first thing is I'm going to move over to the treacherous path because I feel like as an old man, I do a good job at that.
Okay, so this is a shroud of 2, 1 clue per investigator, and
Right.
forced. After you reveal 1 or more frost tokens during a skill test, take 1 damage or horror for each frost token revealed.
Okay. All right. So and it's got a shelter 1, so we've already increased 100% on our shelter costs.
We've increased more than 100%, my man.
Yeah. I don't know how math works. I just read the story, man. All right. So my second action is, I guess I'll, for lack of a better word, quest. And I might as well use perception just to make sure we get this.
Cool. And I'm pulling your token.
Yeah, it's just easier.
So you've got a cultist, which is -2, but I don't think you fail.
Yeah, so I had a 3 to begin with, so I get a clue.
Okay, so if you fail, shuffle the top card of the weakness deck. Oh, jeez. Oh my gosh. So the weakness deck over here is campaign specific weaknesses that if you add to your deck, you have to your deck at the end of the or you have them in for the rest of the campaign.
Yeah, no, they really stink. I had to pull a lot out of my old deck.
I'm going to set your clues over here aside just so I can keep an idea.
Yep. All right. So, with that being said, I guess I'll quest the other one off. Let's do. Yeah, screw it. We have another perception. We'll do another perception.
Love it. That's me.
That's the third thing. Yep.
So 5 to 2, and we've got a +1. Good job.
Oh gosh, such a waste of perception. And
but you draw a card.
Draw a card. Yep. All right. Cool. And that's my 3 turns.
Alrighty. Dang it. I usually have my cheat sheet here, but we're gonna have to try and remember. So we don't have any.
So we do enemy phase,
which is nothing. Then upkeep.
It's nothing.
So
then
we draw and gain a resource.
Cards. Yep. Ready all exhausted cards. Each investigator draws 1 card, gains 1 resource, and each investigator checks hand size down to 8 cards.
Okay.
Place 1 doom on the agenda
at the top of the round. So that's 1 out of 4. Then we reveal a card for each one of us, starting with the lead investigator. Correct.
Each investigator draws 1 card from the top of the encounter deck. Yep.
Okay, so you've got Through the Ice. Hazard. Revelation attached to the nearest location without a copy of Through the Ice attached. As an additional cost for you to enter or leave the attached location, except by a scenario card effect, test feat 2. If you fail, cancel the effects of the moves, take 1 damage and 1 horror, and discard Through the Ice.
Oh boy, I have a foot ability of 1.
Well, that's fun.
Where should we put it on Frozen Shores and kind of forget about it for a while?
I assume it had to be attached to your location because it's the closest one.
It just says attached to the nearest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Fine.
Okay. And then my card is Polar Vortex. Revelation attached to your location. Oh my gosh, this is going to be a brutal campaign. When you end your turn at the attached location, each card you control with health, including your investigator, takes 1 direct damage. Forced at the end of the round, discard Polar Vortex. Okay, so get out of the polar vortex area. Okay. So now we are into, or we check to see if we advance and we don't. So we're into player phase. So, um, so what does your path look like? Are you going up?
Well, I would like to go up to the rocky crags, but I don't know how I'm going to get past this ice.
I mean, it's
So I
one
have
damage and one horror, right? Like it's not the end of the world because you have soak, right?
Yeah, I guess. I really like Maury. I mean, we went through a lot. We left the ship, and we went all the way over to this treacherous path together.
In a plane wreck, it was a lot.
Oh yeah, there was that too. Oh, man. That was so long ago. So yeah. I'm going to work my way up to the rocky area, get the clues on that. I assume it's on that. And I'm going to go to the frigid cave because my idea is that caves is basically where you want to like go, right?
No, yeah, and that makes sense to me. I'll go. I'll go north. I'm not gonna. This is called snow graves. I'm not gonna go to the snow graves. That sounds horrible. Uh, I'll go
Yeah, no,
up
you
and to
should.
the left a little bit, and then once we find something that we feel comfortable camping, we'll meet up. Sacrifice him. Do it. Do it now.
Sure.
Josh,
It
it's
is
not
the
the end of the world, but it is the edge of it. That's hilarious.
All
Okay,
right.
so
You first, me first.
you go first. You got it.
Of course. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna move, and I want to move to the rockiness.
Okay, so
So I have to
test
test.
feet 2.
Yeah, and I have one, so I need a +1. If you could draw a +1, it'd be really sweet.
And we have got frostbite token.
Doesn't sound good.
I think it's like it's something
Minus
bad, yeah.
-1 or -2 or something like
I think you also like take a damage.
that. I can't take all these damages.
The first frost token revealed during the chaos bag has the following effect: -1 reveal another token. If another token is revealed, then it's an auto fail. Okay, so it's -1 and another token. Auto fail. Hey, look at that! You auto fail.
Oh, that works out well. So I still move, right?
You still
I just
move. You take 1 damage and 1 horror.
All right. That's fine. Well, Tetsuo takes 1 damage, 1 horror. Sorry, buddy.
Sorry about that, man.
All right, so that goes away. Through the ice goes away, which is nice. And as an additional cost for you to enter this location, investigators of the location must spend 1 per investigator clue as a group. I have 2, so I can spend those 2.
Oh, you have 2? Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah.
Yep. So I go up there, and I go on to the next section. Oh, I'm gonna have to get more clues. Okay. That comes in with what? 2 clues?
4.
Oh no, it comes with 4 clues. God, I
The
can't
Rocky
count.
Crags. So force. When a treachery card is unattached, when a treachery card is attached to Rocky Crags, the treachery card gains surge, max 1 per phase. Shroud of 3, 4 clues. Shelter of 3.
All right, moving up in life. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, so that was the first step. Second step, I'm going to play my survival knife because I want to survive. So that's 2 cost. Oh wait. No. Take it back. I'm going to spend 1 extra and play a machete because that's so much more awesome. Okay, that's that, and then I can't play the fast action. I will just try to investigate.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
So
3
3
against
to 3.
3. Yeah.
-1.
Ugh, loser.
Boom.
All right. I gotta take a nap. I'm old.
Me?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to spend 4 to go ahead and put Clairvoyance into play. So this comes in with 3 charges, and it's investigate using my brain instead of book. And if I succeed, I discover one additional clue at the location. And then if a good token is revealed, then I take one horror.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised that they don't buy the same token doesn't have a like charges for like spells like token.
I thought they did. I thought it's like a little star thing.
Maybe I didn't buy it because I didn't know what it was.
Mistakes.
Okay, so that's one. I'm gonna hop up to the precarious ice sheet because that sounds promising. So this is a 4. When you draw a hazard treachery at the precarious ice sheet, add 1 frost token to the chaos bag. Cancel that card's effect and discard it. Group limit once per phase. Shelter 2. That comes in with 2 clues and Shroud of 4.
I went the right way, jeez.
I'm gonna go ahead and discard Polar Vortex because.
Mm-hmm.
So that is 2. I'm here with 4. Gross. I miss Duke. I wish I could move and investigate. I miss Duke. We we're gonna go to the be right back screen, so Nelson's gonna order those tokens. It's gonna happen. I mean,
Yeah.
it's definitely not gonna not happen. So. Okay, so I'm feeling like we should investigate. So I'm gonna go ahead and investigate using Clairvoyance. So spend 1 charge, and we've got investigate using brain instead of book. So I'm investigating a 5 to a 4. I'm gonna go ahead and toss an unexpected courage or commit an unexpected courage. So 7 to 4, and I will go ahead and use my ability of Arbiter of the Fates to reveal 3 instead of 1.
Mm-hmm.
So we got 3. Okay, so 2 bad tokens. So I'm gonna not count those. I'm gonna count the -1. So I pass, and I get 2 clues.
Nice. Solid.
Okay, so that was 1, 2, 3. So we're good. Okay, so no enemy phase. So we each gain a resource and draw a card. Ineffable Truth.
Oops.
Got 2 of those now. And we ready all of our exhausted cards.
Clairvoyance now has 2 charges instead of 3.
Yep. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
I think of the second or the other side of these. I always think that they're 2 instead of the 3 because that's what they are in Marvel. I was just trying to cheat, but
Yeah. Well, we try, right, man?
yeah, one can try. So at the top of the round, we're going to add 1 to the agenda. So we're at 2 of 4. And then you are going to get a bad card, which is Antarctic Wind. Attached to the nearest location with a copy of Antarctic Wind attached. Investigators at attached location cannot play cards or draw cards from their deck. At the end of the round, discard Antarctic Wind. And then this says that when a treachery is attached to a rocky cage, the treachery gains surge.
No. Okay.
Dark Aurora. Revelation test brain 3. For each frost token you reveal during this test, take 1 horror. If you fail, take 2 horror. So, brain 3. Got any modifications?
I'm not allowed to, right? Investigate the location. Cannot play cards or draw from their deck.
I don't think it's playing. I think committing and playing are 2 different things.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, we're gonna play 1 thing. So I'm doing 5.
You got 5 to 3.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so we've got a cultist, so it's -2, so you pass.
Oh,
That would have been so bad. That would have been so
Yep.
bad. Oh man. And
I have to take a horror though, right?
Nope.
Oh no, it's Frost token. Never mind, I can't
Yep.
read. Okay.
Yep. Yep. And then mine is Terror of the Stars. So it's a hunter and it's massive. Terror of
Good
the
luck.
Stars gets +3 per investigator health. And while Terror of the Stars is ready, investigators cannot resign at its location or discover clues at its location. So that's cool.
Your camera went out.
Oh no. Ugh.
Oh yeah. I don't know how you're gonna deal with that, dude. Good luck.
Yeah. That sucks for you, man.
Yeah. Did your camera get hit by a tornado? Is that what
Yes,
happened?
it did.
Mm.
No, I have like a fan that blows on it so it doesn't overheat. And when I adjusted the camera, I forgot to adjust the fan.
Oh my gosh. Rookie mistakes.
I know, right? We'll just go with it and see what happens. Hopefully it's fine. We'll just burn it to the ground. It'll be good. Okay. Yeah, so that's not great. So that is 9 health, 4 attack, 3 evade. So I'm gonna try and evade it, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know what you're gonna do, man. I mean,
I
it
do
was
have 2
great
evade
playing with you.
cards. I have the evade. I have the evade spell in my hand, but I don't have any money to pay for it. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. It'll be fine.
I mean, just don't come my way. I don't want you over here.
It's
just
not a hunter, so we just can't hang out there. Like if I evade it, then I can leave.
No, it is a hunter.
Oh, it is a hunter. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, I don't know what you're gonna do, bro.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, I hope I evade it. Okay, so we're good. We're into our phases.
Yes. That's
Okay, I guess I'll go ahead and go. I'm gonna try.
so. Wait, I guess thinking about this, we have to kind of like get rid of this thing, right? Because it chasing us around the board probably is not good.
So massive enemies do not follow you if you walk away from it. You still take an attack of opportunity, but it'll come over and smack you in the enemy phase. Can I still evade a massive enemy? I think I
should
can.
still be able to evade it.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that I can evade and kind of run away.
So if let's say we meet at the treacherous path, right? Like, and we both double up on it.
Okay.
I assume since it's a massive, Chad has to double check this, but if it's massive, we can both like just attack it, right? And just like go nuts on it.
Yeah, so you can attack any enemy at your... No, because there's an action to engage. But I think massive means that it's considered engaged with all investigators at that location.
Okay. I mean, I could take a hit with Tetsuo. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. If like you want to work him over here, and we have a better chance than on your turn and my turn because it has a lot of life, right?
He has 9 health. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a better chance that like us attacking together realistically the next round, and hopefully surviving one like gets the setup good, you know.
I guess I do have Cookie.
Oh no, Cookie. Didn't we just have a nice talk about how we don't want to kill
If you succeed, well, if I succeed at the attack, then the enemy cannot attack me for the rest of the round. So, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's not bad.
So, massive. Josh. Cerebro doesn't notify. Terror is elite. It will still attack you even if Cookie succeeds. You're right. Maddie never lets us cheat.
Right?
Okay, so what I'm wondering is I can probably successfully evade it because I got a 4 to its 3. I can draw 3 and choose 1.
Yeah.
So if I successfully evade it, then that allows me to... Maybe we go up to like the barrier camp or something. And let it come to us.
Oh, the barrier camp I can't get to. Like, I would have to go through him to get to, because you need 4 clues as a group. 4 per person. So 8 clues total to get there.
Oh,
That's what I'm
geez.
saying. Come over to the treacherous path because it's clear running. Like if you evade, go to the crash site, then jump over to the treacherous path and ready yourself up. Then I just have to go down one, and I have 2 actions to kind of get ready. And then he's gonna move one. Then we kind of get ready again,
And
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 then fight
I'm
him.
I'm already connected to the treacherous path. So
Are you really?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, you are. I don't know how this map works. Okay.
So I'm thinking if I evade, I hop over, and I start building myself up so that I can play shriveling.
Okay.
It's just a lot of health. It's a lot of health. But
Yeah, but I mean, we can't evade it all
and it's
game.
a victory
Especially,
one. It is a victory one, so we do get a victory point if we do that.
yeah, that's true. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay,
Come to me.
so
Come to me.
Go ahead and do that. I will evade committing 2 ineffable truths to the test, exhausting arbiter of fates. So I'm going to draw 3. So I'm going with 4 to 3. We got a 1, a -1, a -2, and a. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Sweet. Okay. So this is cool. So I drew the elder sign. So it's a +1. If this effect is canceled or ignored, draw 1 card. So I'm going to ignore that. I'm going to take the -1. So I still succeed and I get to draw a card.
Okay.
And those go over there. The Terror of the Stars is exhausted here. So that's
Okay.
1. I'm going to hop over to the Treacherous Path for 2. And then on my 3rd, I'm going to take a resource. Go for it.
All right. So step 1, I'm going to come down to you at the treacherous path. Now the Arctic wind stays up at the Rocky Crags, goes away at the end of the turn. So now I can play cards again because I'm not there, right?
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and do it now because we're not going to go back to it.
Yeah. Okay. So first thing, I am going to. I am going to play a knife, a survival knife.
I
Cost
forgot,
2.
you do damage. That's your thing.
Yeah, that's all I'm good for, really. That and like being old, man. Just being old. And then I'm going to, I guess, get a resource. Yeah, I want a resource. I think that's what I want. Yeah, I want a resource. I'm just gonna get a resource to my 3rd turn. You're ready up.
Okay. Cool. So enemy phase, nothing happens. Then
Mm-hmm.
we go into unexhaust everything, which includes this bad boy.
Mm-hmm.
And draw a card. Just Clairvoyance. And I was about to say gain a clue, but no, gain a resource. Alrighty. Start of the round, we're going to place 1 Doom on the agenda. You get a card, which is place 1 Doom on the current agenda. This effect can cause the current agenda to
no.
advance. So here we
Sad.
go. Hold on. Come see this, one of the other team members shouts as you trudge along ahead through the snow. You turn back and examine what they have found. A second set of tracks in the snow, but smaller, mishappen, almost impossibly so. What in the hell could you have made these tracks? One of your party asks. You stand dumbfounded. Very little wildlife exists out here in the frozen waste, and all of these tracks match nothing you've ever seen before, nothing you can even imagine. You don't have to question what could have made such tracks for long. A shape emerges. Oh, good. A shape emerges from the erupting snow, twisted and deformed, like a splotch of ink spilled upon the canvas of reality. It makes a strange, almost familiar cry that is eaten in the howling wind. Lee. And then with a terrifying speed, it rushes towards you. Spawn a set-aside skittering nonsense at the lead investigator's location. Shuffle the remainder of the set-aside skittering nonsense enemies and the set-aside creatures of the ice encounter set into the encounter deck. Oh, good. So, who does this engage? Does it engage the lead investigator?
I would
Curse you,
assume so,
ancient
right?
evils. What's up?
I would assume so, right? Because it kind of called me out.
Yeah.
He can just come here. I'll kill him.
Okay, so you got a skittering nonsense, which is a 2/2 hunter force. When you defeat skittering nonsense, shuffle the top card of the. Oh no! Of the
La
bad,
la 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 la.
the bad deck. Oh, gross.
That's all right.
Well, Cool. We got some more monsters coming at us. If it's not clear, you get to choose who the nonsense engages. Leo should take it. Yeah, I agree with
Yeah.
that. I think that Maddie has a really good point. I think that she should take it.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna machete this thing to death. Don't
Good.
worry.
Good.
All right. Did we get all of our cards? Are we good?
Nope, I got mine. Something bad. Revelation test Brain X, where X is your location shelter value. If you fail, you must decide to choose one. So our shelter value is just 1, right? So Brain 5 to 1.
Two,
I'm gonna
two,
go for it.
two,
I'm not gonna
two.
use a.
Oh no, shelter's one. Yeah.
I'm not gonna use a. My ability, and we've got a +1.
Aha, crushed it.
Oh, so.
Good job.
Not even gonna read the bad stuff that happens. Skittering nonsense was that my high school was your high school nickname. The logic to call it a monster is nonsense. Skittering nonsense. That's funny. Alrighty. So we're into Investigator. You want to go first?
No, yeah, I want to punch this thing in the face. Yeah,
Yeah,
I definitely
go for it. Do you want me
Alright,
to
cool.
do my ability where you reveal 2 tokens? Or 3 tokens?
How much does it affect you? A lot or a little?
I think 0.
Well,
get
no,
2.
because I'm gonna be doing 5 against his 2, so I feel like I should be able to win that.
Yeah, so I can do it twice a round, and I don't think that I'm doing it at all.
Okay, we might as well just to make sure then.
Magic Moo, this looks like chaos. Yeah, pretty much.
It kind of is.
It kind of is.
Oh. All right, so I am going to machete this guy, where I get +1 fist for this attack. If the attack enemy is the only enemy engaged with you, which it is, this attack deals +1 damage. So I am trying to knock it to death right now. 5 attack against its 2.
We're drawing 3 tokens. So do you want your star?
Yes, I do.
Star or +1?
All right, so star, I get +2, and I search the top 3 cards of your deck for an ally asset and draw it. Come on. Nice. Oh, Alice, give it to me.
Good.
All right, so skittering nonsense is smacked in the face dead.
Okay, so you take the top card of the deck, which is the Tekeli Ill, which is just like the red weird one. Oh yeah, I forgot that. I'm not. Oh hey, look, I'm focusing again. Look at that.
Oh hey. Oh okay, the red one. Okay. Yeah. Wait, is that the one that says place 1 of your clues on your location?
Yes, but
okay,
I think you're shuffling it into your deck.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
And then you place it on the bottom of your deck. That's nasty. That's disgusting.
Yeah, it's not a good card.
And then that's in your deck for the rest of the campaign.
Yeah, no, it's fun. Okay, so that was that. So what we're gonna do? Skipping nonsense, go away. Do you need resources at all?
I mean, I can always take resources, yeah.
So what I'm thinking is we could do the Faustian bargain thing,
okay.
But we have to add 2 of those curse tokens. But we can, I can give you like 2 resources and give myself 3.
The curse tokens are -2, draw another.
I think so. Yeah, I think it's not good.
It's not good.
So we have to weigh that. I mean the resources don't hurt, but I don't know if I need it per se.
I don't think I need them. Let's hold off until we probably need it a little bit more. I think.
All right. So with that being said, then I'm gonna put on a bandolier as my next action.
Ooh, more 2. Guns! More guns!
Yeah. Well, knives. I'm a knife expert.
Oh,
remember
sorry.
The war messed with my head. You don't have any damage, right?
I do not.
Okay, cool. So my last thing, I'm just gonna take a resource then and wait for the terror to come to us.
Oh lordy, coming.
Oh.
Okay, so me.
Yes, yes.
Okay, I'm going to spend 3 resources to put Shriveling into play. So that comes in with 4 charges, and this is my fight. So use Brain instead of Fist and deals +1 damage.
Okay.
So that's 1. I'm going to take a resource for 2, and a second resource for 3. Okay. So that's that. So now Terror of the Stars is going to come over and engage us and deal 2 damage and 2 mental to each one of us.
Well, hold on.
Oh.
There are plans. I have plans.
I'm a big fan of plans.
So one, I think Tetsuo should be a man and just step in the way of one of these, right?
And
'Cause
like
he needs
die?
attack.
Would he die?
No. Yeah, he's
Oh.
dead. Yeah, he's dead.
Well, I don't think we should do that.
Why not? He's not a campaign card. He's one of my allies.
Yeah. No, he should
Yeah.
do that.
I have Dr. Mala. She's hiding in the back.
Okay, I was like,
so
I thought we just talked
that's
about it.
one
We're
of
not
them.
supposed to do that.
Yeah, no, not that one. So when Tetsuo Musura is defeated, choose an investigator at your location. That investigator searches either their discard pile or top 9 cards for an item, asset, and adds it to their hand. Shuffle their deck. You kind of need to get built out more, right? Like you need like your clairvoyance thing and whatnot. Or not clairvoyance, but you need like your amulet or whatever.
It'd be nice to have an amulet, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So search your top 9. You could do that. I don't think I need that right yet because I got my dual wielding weapon. So.
6, 7, 8. No, it wasn't in my top 9.
All right. Well, hopefully
A
you have
shuffle?
another one. Then. Yes. So shuffle their deck if it is searched.
Bummer.
You didn't get a single item in there?
No. I think that's my only item is that headband.
Jesus. All right. So one of the attacks was that I'm going to say the other attack. What we're going to do is play dodge. So it says it's the fast play. Costs 1. Play when an enemy attacks an investigator at your location. Cancel that attack.
Oh, beautiful.
So
Beautiful.
no damage is done. But we kind of need to like really punch this guy in the face pretty hard now.
Yeah, we do. And I am ready for that.
All right, good.
Okay. So, upkeep phase. So, unexhaust. Get resources. Draw cards.
Yep.
Ooh, Voice of Ra. More money, more fun. Okay. So at the top of the round, we're going to place 1 Doom on the current agenda. You are going to get a card which is Polar Vortex attached to your location. When you end your turn at the attached location, each card you control with a health, including your investigator, takes 1 direct damage. And at the end of the round, discard this card.
Card you control with health.
So like allies.
Yeah. All right. So Mala's going to get hit for 1, and I'll get hit for 1. Okay, cool.
If Tetsuo is taking the hit, there's still 1 damage and 1 horror to take. Also, massive enemies attack all players in a location.
Well,
Yes.
yeah. So Matsuo stepped in for 1, and I canceled the other. I thought it just soaks it completely. Have I been playing the game?
No, I think it's indirect damage, effectively.
Did not know that. Huh.
Yeah, all damage unless it says direct damage is indirect in this game. So you assign however you want.
Interesting.
So I can take the 1 damage.
The
and
1/1
health. Yeah, because
Okay.
James Cookie is sitting there with 5, and then I have 9.
Oh,
sitting there.
wait. Diamond's Edge is bringing up a good point. I should actually take the damage because I have Survival Knife. So after an enemy attacks, attack deals damage to you during the enemy phase, exhaust Survival Knife, and I fight. This attack targets the attacking enemy. I get +2 fists, and I deal +1 damage.
Yeah,
So we want me to do it.
absolutely you should. Do it.
All right. So I am attacking with 6
6.
against his 4.
Since 6 to his 4. This is still in the other.
Yes, this is still last round.
This is still last round, so I'm going to use my ability again.
Okay.
-1.
Perfect. Perfect, right? 6
So-
against 4.
So he takes 2 damage.
Yeah.
So he has 7 health left.
Perfect. Perfect.
Cool. Okay, so now you did Polar Vortex. I think I need to do a card.
Yeah.
0 visibility. Put 0 visibility into play in your threat area. As an additional cost for you to leave a location with a treachery attached to it, you must spend 1 action. At the end of your turn, test feat 2. If you succeed, discard 0 visibility. Okay. That may pose a problem. That's fine. Alrighty. Okay, so now we are into actions. You want to go for it?
Mm-hmm.
I think we're just hitting them, right? Like a ton?
Yeah, so I just want to double check that I'm not being stupid. Like, the action arrow, I can do that over and over and over,
Yep,
right? On
yep.
my machete? Okay, I
Yeah.
just want to make sure.
So, like, my shriveling says spend 1 charge, fight. And then, like, James Cook, he says spend 1 ammo and exhaust.
Okay, cool.
So it's like an additional cost to exhaust sometimes.
All right, cool. All right, so we're going to start the machete process. So I'm hitting 5.
So 5. I will.
Yeah, 5 against his 4.
5 against his 4. I'm going to use my ability. So we're going to draw. Oh, that's. Shoot. Didn't even see that one. So we're canceling the -4 and -2, so it's a 0.
All right, so it's 2 more damage to him.
2 more damage. Nice. Okay.
And then obviously we're going to keep whacking him with a machete. That's for sure.
Okay. So we'll use my ability again.
Yeah.
Might as well. Draw 3. Take a -1. So 2 more damage.
Yep, so 2 more. So he's at 6 damage. So he's only got 3 life left.
He's only got 3 life left.
Freaking love the machete. All right, last time. Machete him again.
Again. So this one's just 5 to 4. I don't have any more.
That's fine, yeah.
So 5
for
to
the best.
4. And we've got a skull, which is -X is half of the shelter value rounded up, so it's a -1.
Perfect. So 8 damage. All right, you gotta do 1. I did 8 damage to this freaking thing.
I can't do it. Okay, so I'll use shriveling.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm gonna use James Cookie Fredericks. Okay, my phone is going insane. It's fine. So I'm gonna
Probably
use.
just tornado warning.
I'm gonna check that actually now that you said that. Nope, just my D&D group sending memes. We're good.
Oh my god, memes.
Also very important. No, I'm going to instead use shriveling. So I'm going to spend a charge. Fight uses brain instead of fist. And then I'm going to commit precedence to go 6 to 4.
Okay, that's solid.
Yeah, that's solid. I'm trying to figure out if I want to go 7. No, I'm going to go 6 to 4.
Pull -1. Come on, you can do it.
+1.
Perfect.
The Diamond's Edge, you should probably try and communicate to each other what cards you can't commit to a skill test. Yeah, that's really good point.
Or we play 2 solo games.
Or we play 2 solo games. The response to this is if I have to name even or odd or symbol. Okay, I didn't do that, so we'll just not do that. I thought it was if you pass. Oops. Okay. I have 2 brains and 2 books that I can commit. if it matters. My guess is that maybe brains, depending on treacheries.
Yeah.
But I did do the last. I did do 2 damage. So this
Okay.
is going to go up into our victory display. Boom.
Perfect.
1. I forgot to add the counter, so I apologize, but we have 1 victory point. Okay, so we have to spend 8 clues to get to the barrier camp. I feel like that's probably a pretty good place to set up. You think?
Yeah. So what I'm going to guess, based off of how this game has gone so far, that if Rocky has 4 clues on it, we could probably use those 4 clues to get to the rigid cave. And I'm hoping there's like a 4 on that side, right? So we get 8 clues total, and then run over to the barrier camp.
Yeah. I have 2.
Or
I have 2.
all right, and if you can get 2 more, let's say, somewhere else, and then go to Crystalline Cavern or wherever else, and we can meet up there, we could do that too.
Yeah. I'm wondering if it's better for you to go over to Icy Waters. Because I have a card where I can just discover 2 clues and reveal a card from the encounter deck. And then I have a investigate of 5 that I have on my Clairvoyance. And so Shroud of 3 is pretty high.
We could do that. I can run over there.
I just assume that Icy Waters has less clues.
Yeah.
Or less Shroud. Sorry, less Shroud.
I just need to get 2 clues to do that, to turn over Icy Waters.
I got 2 clues.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's fine. I heard that the more recent Arkham campaigns hand out experience like candy relative to something like Dunwich. Not sure about this campaign, but that's likely. That makes me excited. I'm happy about that. So
Yeah.
okay, so I still have 2 actions. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll gain a resource and draw a card. Ward of Protection. Okay, definitely. Perfect. Now I have Voice around Ward of Protection in my hand. Okay. So during the at the end of my turn, I have to test feat 2. If I succeed, I get to discard. So my feat 2. I probably should have left. No, I couldn't have. Instead of gaining a resource, no. So feat 2. Oh no! It's the -2, and I fail. I shuffle the top card of the terror deck into my card.
Oh my god, terrible.
Okay, so this is discard 1 card at random from your hand. Oh, that's so annoying. That's like one of the worst. I hate like discarding random cards. My least favorite mechanic.
I agree. Let me at least plan out my demise.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So, when you end your turn, we take 1 direct damage each.
Just 1 damage. Okay, and then so does Mala or whatever her name is. 1 damage. Dr. Mala.
Yes, and so does Cookie. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay. So enemy phase, nothing happens. Upkeep phase, we get some money, draw some cards. This is a level 2 parallel fates. That's not what I want. I will fix that. We'll place 1 Doom on the agenda, up to 2 out of 7. We'll each get a card. So yours is... That's the wrong deck. Yours is... Skittering Nonsense. So Hunter, and this is when you defeat Skittering Nonsense, shuffle the top weakness card into your deck.
Come on.
And then mine is Polar Mirage. Attached to the nearest location, with at least one clue and without a copy of Polar Mirage attached. After you discover or take control of one or more clues at the attached location, discard each non-weakness card in your hand. Discard Polar Mirage. Well, I think that needs to change what we said we were going to do.
Yeah.
Non-weakness card in my hand. Well, actually, I can just play. That may be fine. We may just figure it out. I think we still go with what we were planning.
The original plan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
I like that.
So, you want to take your turn? I'm going to go into the ethos and switch out this card.
Okay.
What'd you do?
I didn't do anything. I'm still figuring out my life.
Cool.
All right. Well, so I guess I should just kill this thing first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's machete it, right?
Cool.
And that's a 5. We probably don't need the token thing yet. Well, I guess it doesn't matter, but I mean, I'm doing 5 against the 2, so
5 against the 2. Yeah, let's not do that because I want to use 0 visibility. I want to be able to do that. So 5 against 2 plus 1. You good? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
I think I can hear you. Yeah, there you go.
So you get a weakness. So it's the blue one. Lose 2 resources and place it at the bottom of the deck.
Lose 2 resources. Okay, please. Okay.
I'm glad that we have a lot of those now.
Yeah, right? I mean, I only have 2, right? How bad is that?
Yeah, right? Oh my goodness, I just shifted everything. Okay, so that was 1 for you?
Yep. It's dead, right?
Yep.
All right. Okay. So you're coming with me over to wherever the icy place?
No, I think I'm going up to the one with 4 clues. So I'm going to go up there. You're going to go over to Icy Waters, and we're hoping that Icy Water has 4 clues per investigator. Or 2 clues per investigator. We can investigate the 8 and then go to the barrier camp.
I guess that's what I was confused about. Do I need to have the clues in my possession, or is it just a communal clue thing?
Investigators at your location must spend 1 investigator clue per group. Oh, gotcha. Can I give you clues? Is that a thing? Like, I assume not. Maddie, do you know?
Page 6.
You can't give clues. So
it's not about
yeah. So I guess in that case, let me go first. Like, well, you still have 2 actions, but let me just go first.
Yeah.
And I'll hop over to the precarious ice sheet. So for 1, I'm going to.
Well, the only thing is with you going first, then an attack of opportunity happens with that thing.
No, it's engaged to you, not to everyone.
Oh, okay, yeah. Good call. Okay.
Okay, so I hop over for 1. I'm going to do Parallel Fates. So look at the top 4 cards in the encounter deck. Reveal a random token from the chaos bag. If it has a bad symbol, shuffle those cards into the encounter deck. Otherwise, return them in the top of the encounter deck in any order. And so I'm going to use Arbiter of Fates. I did not use that for you, but I put the token on it. So
That's fine, yeah.
So I guess let's just go ahead and do it.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, your move costs 2 action because of 0 visibility.
There's no longer a. That's only if there's a treachery attached to it, and there's not a treachery attached to the current location.
Good
To
call.
the treacherous path. The treachery is attached up here to Polar Mirage. The other one got discarded.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah.
sorry.
Okay, so we will get to look at the top 4 and put them back in any order.
Yep.
Okay, so we've got Ice Shaft, so it's test feat 3 for each. Frost token reveal, take 1 damage. If you fail, take 2 damage. That's not too bad. Attached to your location, each investigator at the attached location gets -1 brain, book, something, something. At the end of the round, you can discard it. Then Kindred Mist. Attached to the nearest location without a copy of Kindred Mist attached. When 1 or more cards from the deck will be shuffled into your deck while you're at the attached location, draw them instead, placing them at the bottom of your deck instead at the bottom of... when you draw them, you place them at the bottom of the curse deck.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah, so you lose 2 resources. Place this on the bottom of the curse or of the. That's way better.
Yeah, that does
I
work.
thought it was just like a persistent. I'm gonna have this for the rest of the game, and that's gonna suck. Okay. Okay. So I guess like, what's your feat? Your feat is 1, so you definitely don't want these. So
yeah.
But how much damage soak do you have? I have a good amount of damage soak, I guess.
None, but I'm gonna have the doctor heal me anyway. Doctor Feelgood. So I'm gonna go back up to full life. So I'll be healthy for at least for a while.
Okay. So we're gonna do this. So we're going to put whiteout on me. It's gonna be dealt to me.
Okay.
We're going to so whiteout will be dealt to me this turn. Kindred Mist will be dealt to no, I think Kindred Mist will be dealt to me next turn.
Okay.
That's annoying, but okay. And then you'll take 2 ice shafts because you have heal.
Okay. Yep.
Or would
That
you
works.
rather have
That's
the
fine.
Kindred Mist?
No, I'll take the. I can heal, so that's fine.
Okay. Alrighty. So that was 2, and then for my third action, I will activate my trap card, and this is also nice because if that is like a Shroud of 4 or whatever, then it helps us
Yeah.
a little bit. So, I'll draw a card. Hey, Voice of Ra. Cool. Go for it.
Okay. So first thing was knocking the guy out, right?
Yep, that's 1.
Next is I guess going up to Rocky, right? Because we're switching.
No. Oh, are we?
Well, I mean, it's a 3. I mean,
That
there's
makes
still
sense. Yeah.
there's still a chance, you know.
You still got an option to do it.
Yeah, like there's a chance that it happens, right?
What I was thinking is that if I go over here, then we can swing my clues, and you can hop up into Icy Waters, and then next turn I can just make my way over to the Rocky place.
Okay, I can follow you to where are you at? Crash site now, right?
I'm
the ice sheet.
Ice sheet. Yeah. So if you hop over here for 1,
Okay.
then
Done.
I can spend my clues, and you can move up to Icy Waters.
All right. So the next thing I'll do is my last thing is I'm just gonna do Doctor whatever faces to spend 1 resource to heal 2 damage to myself.
Okay. So I think that so you attacked, moved, and healed. So we're both at
Yeah.
the Rocky Outcrop, and we'll spend to move up to Icy Waters next turn.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So enemy phase, nothing happens. Resource phase, or upkeep phase. Oh, at the end of my turn, test feat 2. I'm going to go ahead and use my ability. Draw 3. Don't like any of those. Okay, so I'm going to cancel the -2 and I fail. Or I'm going to keep the -2 and I fail. Okay. So upkeep phase, we get money, we draw cards. No, it's my weakness. After you take 1 or more horror, take 1 direct damage and 2 actions to discard it. Cool. I still have no idea what's going on, but it's fun. Yeah, we don't have much of an idea of what's going on either. So
we're just exploring, man.
We're just exploring. We're in the Antarctic. I have 0 visibility and psychosis and casting spells. That's what I'm doing.
I fought a dragon.
Yeah, you fought a dragon, and I've got a crazy guy named Cookie with a pistol. Yeah. One of the things my favorite part of this game is the storytelling and how your character grows throughout the campaign. So we'll be playing this. We're playing the same characters throughout probably, I think it's like a 5 to 12 game campaign. This one's pretty variable in how many games it can be. But based on what you kill and how well you do in each scenario, you get to level up your deck and add higher level cards into your deck, making you better throughout the next game. So I love that aspect of this.
Yeah.
Okay, so unexhaust and add a doom. You get to test feat. I have nothing that can help you.
What's the foot test?
Foot 3.
Have we refreshed technically or no?
Yeah, we have. We're at the top of the round.
Okay, so I have a card that's called Take the Initiative, and commit only to a skill test you are performing. Take the Initiative loses each question mark. There's 3 of them for each action that has been completed by any investigator this phase. So no actions have been completed, right?
Correct.
So I could do a +3 on this, so at least I have a fighting chance.
Yeah, you can do that, and then I will go ahead and Arbiter of the Fates.
Yeah.
For you. Okay, so you're at +1, and we're revealing 3 and taking 2. So you got a +1.
Perfect. Okay, cool. Nice.
Cool. And then mine is -1 at the location, which is fine because we're leaving the location. Ooh, take the initiative. Josh, see you around. Stay safe. Have a good one. Talk to you soon. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, so now we are on to action. So you're going to hop up to Icy Waters, right? I'm going to spin my clues.
Yes.
Okay. So Shrouded 2, and this has 4 clues. So that's perfect. And it has a shelter of 4.
Oh, that's a pretty nice shelter. I wonder how nice that frigid cave. That cave is gonna be like $1 million. Sweetest cave ever.
I'm wondering what the barrier camp is going to be like 12.
That's true. The barrier camp is gonna be really nice. Yeah.
I think that's like
12. No, if the cave's $1 million, the barrier camp's like $1 billion.
Oh, $1 billion.
Yeah. You just print that really long.
And I think that's the idea, is that we're heading that way, because if you can grab those 4, I can grab the 4 from the Rocky Outcrop. Then we're feeling pretty good, no?
Yeah. And my math skills are showing, man.
My skills are showing again. So how? I guess it may actually be more efficient for me to come up there and grab those clues.
Like
And
with
then
me?
no, so with two activations, I can grab the 4 clues. Because I have a spell that
Yeah.
I can do. I gain an additional clue. So
Okay.
if I hop up there, I gain the additional 2 clue, or I gain the 4 clues, and maybe you just follow me, and then we make our way back over to this other one, and I do the same thing,
Hmm.
and like you are there to protect.
I could do
Because
that.
because I have 2 spell counters on Clairvoyance, but I have a second copy of Clairvoyance in my hand, and so I want to get that down, but I'm going to discard it if I go over to the Rocky Outcrop.
That works. I got 2 knives, so.
Cool.
And then I guess for my last 2 turns, I'll just try to get one, right?
Yeah.
Like we won't use any of the special stuff. We'll just see if I get it and
Yeah.
call it a
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So turn number 2, I use my 3 book skill against a 2.
3 book skill against a 2, -2.
Okay, failed. And then my last one, I do 3 book skill again.
Shuffle the top card of this deck into the
Whatever.
deck, and
Whatever.
it's
Just
it's like the pinkish one. The discard an asset you control.
asset. Okay. No. Okay. Cool.
Okay,
I was excited for that one.
So now it's gonna take me 2 actions to move up here because of my 0 visibility,
Okay.
and then I will search with Clairvoyance for 1. So it's a 5 to a 2. I'm just gonna pull because I want to use my thing to try and get rid of the 0 visibility.
Okay.
You've been sitting there sleeving cards. That's so cathartic. So 5 to 2, -2. So I pass. So we get 2 of these clues.
Solid.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, it's nice because like with 2 players, you don't have to do everything. That's what's really nice.
Right.
That's what's
Yeah.
really
No. And this is why like everyone says like this game is so much better 2 player, and I agree 100%.
Yeah.
This is much nice to not have to like struggle on this.
Yeah, because you don't have to. Yeah. Yeah. This would be miserable 1 player. Like
It
this
is.
scenario. This would
It
be
is.
horrible.
It is.
I bet. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go ahead and use my action. I'm gonna reveal 3 tokens. I'm testing foot 2 to 2. Revealing 3 tokens. Get a -2, a -2, and a -1. Bummer.
Hey.
Still has 0 visibility.
Sad.
Yeah. Okay, so enemy phase, nothing happens. So we're gonna go into the refresh phase. Refresh everybody, draw cards. Arcane Initiate.
Ooh, liquid courage.
Okay. So at the top of the round, we're going to place 1 Doom, so we're at 4 out of 7. Your card is going to be Test Feat 3. I got nothing for you.
Okay. Yeah, let's just fail it. Well, I don't think I can succeed, so let's see how badly I fail it.
1 to 3. I can use my thing.
Nah, I
Well,
wouldn't worry
it's
about
not gonna. It's gonna. Yeah. So 1 to 3. Shake it up, and we've got a skull. So -2.
Oh, look, I failed. All right, what happens to me?
2 damage.
No.
Not good.
Yeah, it's fine.
Don't give the liquid courage to the crazy old soldier who has knives.
Oh, whatever. I'm fine, man. I got it under control.
Just throwing it out there, but does D20 have allies in his hand? He could maybe play one just to make use of his resource pool.
I have ally, so yes. But I also have scene of the crime, so I could discover 1 clue at your location, but only if it's my first action.
You don't need to use that.
Well, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I could put an ally out there soon.
Okay.
Probably do that next.
And then mine is. Oh yeah. So whenever we reveal a card from the deck, then it gets shuffled into, or we reveal and put it on the bottom of our deck.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll go first. So we'll test Clairvoyance. Yeah. All right. Yeah. We'll do 5. I'll just go ahead and draw. 3. Okay. So +1. So Clairvoyance is gone, and we get 2 clues. Draw up to 4.
Awesome.
Then I'm going to spend 4 to put a second copy of Clairvoyance under the table. And we will. I think I'm just gonna hang out. This is whiteout is gone, so I'm just gonna draw a card. Hey, my pendulum, sweet. Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
Cool. Clairvoyance isn't gone. Doesn't discard itself when it runs out of charges. Can I discard it? Can I choose to discard it? I think I can.
I'm not 100% sure. I would assume so. It's like your hand, right? I can just throw stuff away.
I really hope so.
The entire deck depends on.
Yeah. we could figure it out. Maybe keep it around in case you run into a test that forces you to discard an asset if you fail a test. Okay. Yeah. I like that. So I'm gonna keep 4 money, and we'll just keep Clairvoyance in my hand. I like it. Thank you. I forgot about. Yeah, cool. Alrighty, so your go.
Yeah. Right. Or are you going? I guess it doesn't really matter who goes first, right? Because we're just running over to Rocky.
I just went. I just took my turns.
Never mind. This.
Oh wait. Oh. In that case, I'm actually not gonna draw a card because I have 2 actions. I will. I'll move out of precarious or move into precarious ice sheet.
Okay. Okay. So my first one is I'm going to play my ally Alice Luxley. She costs 4. She gives me 1 book, which is sweet. And after you discover a clue, exhaust her to deal 1 damage to an enemy at your location. Might be good, might not.
Nice. Maddie, I have shriveling in play. It's so I have I already have 2 spells in play.
Then second action, I will follow you to the ice sheet.
Cool.
And then let's I guess I'll move ahead and I'll go No. I want to be with you just in case something spawns and we have to pick who gets it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do. I'll play the liquid courage. I feel like I need some alcohol to keep warm. So it's 1 cost. Gets 4 supplies. And I'm good now.
Okay. Cool. So at the end of my turn, I need to test feat 2. I actually may. Nope. Just gonna do it. We're just gonna see how it goes. Jacqueline is actually the better drinker because of her 5 willpower. Okay, so we've got 3. 1, 2. Oh, there's an autofill. No.
That sucks.
Okay, so I fail. Because it takes... I can cancel 2 non-autofill tokens or 1 autofill token.
Okay.
So, I autofill. So, we still have the 0 visibility. Go team.
Then we don't need to see, right? I got liquor. I'm good.
Yeah. We're just wandering around. We're gonna end up carving ourselves into a wampa here soon, so it'll be good. Okay, so unexhaust, draw, money, all of that fun stuff, dude. I played Pete last game, and Pete is all about like, or the dark horse strategy that I was running was all about not having money, so it feels really weird to have it. Like, I feel dirty, but
It's nice being rich.
yeah. Okay, so now, yep, we drew a card, did that. Placing a Doom on the agenda. So this is actually another thing that we need to keep out. We have 2 turns left before we flip the agenda. I don't know how bad that is, but...
Probably good, right? I mean, usually agendas are good, like when you get further in it.
I think so, yes. That's what I believe, yeah. And... Okay, so now your card is Ancient Evils. Place 1 Doom on the current agenda. Okay, so we have 1 turn until the Doom agenda advances.
Perfect. Accelerated then.
And I have Dark Aurora. Revelation Test Brain 3. And for each Frost token, I take 1 horror. If I fail, take 2 horror. We're just going to go for it. So Brain 3, 5, -2. I pass.
Oh, good job.
Bang, bang. Okay, so now it's our turn. So I'm thinking that I may move over to the Treacherous Path, drop Clairvoyance and Crystal Pendulum, and then how many cards do you have in your hand?
2, 3, 4.
Okay. Yeah, so drop these 2, and then next turn go up and try and grab all the clues. Because I have some... Yeah, I could do that. So
Okay.
Okay. So we will spend 1 action to hop over to the Treacherous Path. We're going to spend 2 resources to put the Pendulum into play. Then we're going to spend 4 resources to put Clairvoyance into play.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. Yep. That comes in with 3.
Okay.
That was my action.
Okay.
That also is good because I don't want to discard a random card from my hand.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That was all 3 of yours, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So let's follow you, obviously. Do you need to be healed, or is your life okay?
I have 1 damage. So
No. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
yeah.
Okay, so I'm on you. I guess I'm gonna take resources. Does that make sense? Just like get monies and have it?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, my last 2 I'll just take resources for now. Just in case we need to buy things or whatever.
Cool. Big fan of that.
Okay.
So enemy phase, nothing happens. Or at the end, I'm gonna do 0 visibility.
Mm-hmm.
So After a skill test at your location begins, exhaust Crystal Pendulum, name a number. If that test succeeds by that number or fails by that number, draw one card. I'm going to say 1. And then I'm going to exhaust Arbiter of Fates. So I'm going to use the ability to draw 3. We got... Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I'm going to cancel the 2 things that shuffle weaknesses in my deck, and I failed by more than 1. So... Okay, so there we go. We'll get a money, draw a card, guts. And we're at the top of the round.
I drew a card, and it's my weakness, and I have to discard an asset I control, and then place my pink Takalala back to the bottom of the Takalala deck.
Well, that's fun.
All right, so asset-wise, though, I'm getting rid of my Bandolier, so that's sad.
Yeah.
But we haven't used it that much, so.
Okay. So the top of the round, we're advancing the agenda.
Yay.
These things, these manifestations, they're not beasts or even alien creatures like those Dyer and Danforth encountered in their last expedition. You're not even sure they are entities at all. They have no shape, consisting of almost a protoplasmic substance that seeps back into the ice when harmed or whenever you escape their clutches. Given the persistence of these entities and inclement deadly conditions of Antarctica, you know you won't survive the night without finding shelter. Just as you are pondering what your next move should be, the ice beneath you rumbles with a tremendous force, letting out a terrifying groan. An earthquake? One of your party asks over the raucous noise. No, that's impossible, another replies. You share a dreadful glance. Could it be one of those things? Spawn the set-aside Terror of the Stars enemy at the revealed location with the highest shelter value. So that's going to be shelter 4 over at Icy.
Hold on. Wait. We never put those things aside. Like, Terror of the Stars was supposed to be enemy aside out of play in the beginning of the game. And so was the skittering nonsense.
I put the skittering nonsense outside. Or out of play.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. So that was supposed to be out of play. So we just got it earlier than we were supposed to. That's all.
Do we deal with it again?
Nah, I mean, we dealt with it once already. I mean, because it's not... There's no difference, right? We're actually more built out now, so it'd almost be easier, but... I feel like we got... I mean, if anything, the way to cancel is we just draw an extra bad card. Because there's no difference. We were literally at the same exact spot as when we killed it last time, so...
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, yeah, we'll just draw an additional card and reveal it?
Yeah.
See what happens? Okay.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Okay, so this is Manifestation of Madness. So this is a hunter, and so when Manifestation of Madness attacks you, shuffle the top 2 cards of the cursed deck into your deck without looking at them.
Give it to me.
So you got it. And then our running out of time. The sun hangs low in the sky but never sets. Your party is exhausted from the long, arduous day. Through the sky... though the sky is never plunged into the dark of night, you know it's only a matter of time before you are forced to make camp. Forced. After a location is entered by an investigator for the first time, put into play each set of... Yeah, same thing. Okay. Okay, so... So to be clear, how much shelter are you all trying to reach? It's
what,
as
1 billion.
Yeah, 1 million. Yeah. So the diamonds are Maddie. What we're trying to do is we have 4 clues right now. We're gonna try and grab these 4 clues here, and then hop over to the barrier camp because the camp sounds pretty promising.
No.
So. Okay, so do you want to kill that thing?
Yeah, so I guess I'll go first and kill it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It has 3 health, which is annoying.
I know, I gotta do 2 actions, like a loser. Something. No, there's nothing else. Okay, that's fine. All right, so first action, I'm gonna punch it in the face with a machete, obviously.
Cool. 5 to 3.
5 again. Yeah.
Do you want my use?
No, I think 2 is pretty good.
Cool. So 5 to 3, we've got a 0, so 2 damage.
All right, and same thing again. Machete.
5 to 3, and we've got a -2, so
Perfect.
GG.
Stupid madness. Oh, right. And then my last turn. Well, you're going to move up to the rocky area, right? Next.
I am, yeah.
All right, so I'll just move up there too, just so that I'm with you and we're not separated. So I'm good.
Okay, so I will move up to the rocky area. Um,
Vicious blow. You're right. I don't think I have vicious blow, Diamond's Edge. Oh well. We can add that later.
okay, so I guess I will play Draw into the Flame. So draw the top card of the encounter deck, then discover 2 clues at your location.
Okay.
So we've got a Polar Mirage. So attached to the nearest location with at least 1 clue without a copy of Polar Mirage. So if there's not a valid option, does it just discard? Does it surge?
I assume it discards unless it says it surges.
It doesn't say it surge.
I think it just discards then.
Cool. Okay. So we got 2 clues. So we're up to 6, and I discard my hand. And discard Polar Mirage. Dump it. It's a dead draw. That's what I like to hear. Discard each non-weakness in your hand. Okay, so yeah, I just discarded my entire hand. And then for my third action, I will go for Clairvoyance.
Okay.
So that's going to be a 5 to 3, and I'm drawing 3.
Okay.
1, 2. Okay, I like that. And okay, yeah. So I'm going to cancel these 2, so 0. So I'm going to take the last 2 clues.
Classic.
We just have to survive. I shouldn't have said that.
No, we're good. I mean, I got knives and stuff. We're good. Double knife.
Okay, I'm going to test feat 2 at the end of my turn. I'm going to use my ability. I'm going to cancel the -4 and the one that shuffles a bad card, and I get an auto fail yet again. I don't see anything. You should cancel the 0 because Clairvoyance makes you take 1 horror if you pull it. Okay. I'm going to yeah. I will cancel the 0. Thank you.
Okay.
And I take a -2, so I still pass. Thank you for that. I will remember that next time. And then I also need to remember to do Crystal Pendulum. So that's where we're at. I also had a 6. So we've been streaming for 3.5 hours and I can feel it. How about that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So at the enemy phase, there's no enemies, so we refresh, we gain money, and we draw a card. Hey, astral travel. Look at that. I can hop down to the crash site if I want to. And then we're going to, at the top of the round, we're going to place 1 Doom. Your card is Areophobia. So test Brain X, where X is your location shelter value. What are we at? 3?
3?
What's your brain?
I'm sitting at a 4, but I can throw away some lucky 6, or I can throw away a liquid courage to get to 5. So I feel pretty solid about that.
5 to 3 is effectively the same. I mean, it's not. I have 1 that can give you 6, but 5 and 6 is effectively the same odds right now.
Yeah.
Honestly, the players and the audiences are exhausted as the characters try to shelter the authority. This is a big scenario of us here. Yeah, it is. Okay, so 5, 2, 3, and we've got a 0. Perfect.
Crushed it.
Crushed it. Now mine is Through the Ice, Revelation, attached to the nearest location without a copy of Through the Ice attached. As an additional cost for you to enter or leave, you have to test feat 2. If you fail, cancel the effects of the move, take 1 damage, and discard that card. Gross. It takes 2 actions for me to move out of there now.
That's terrible.
That is terrible. Okay, so do you want to go ahead and go first?
We're good to go in the barrier camp now, right?
Yeah.
You have 8?
Yeah, so if you do that, then you can test feat 2. Oh, wait, you only have 1, though, don't you?
Yeah, I only have 1. Do I have any cards? I have no feat cards.
I have 1 feat card. So
That's fine. What does it do if we fail it? Does it just damage us?
1 damage, 1 horror, and discard the card.
I mean, I should just take it for the team, right? That makes the most sense.
Let me do it. Like, I don't know why I wouldn't do it. Well,
You sure?
well, because then... No, yeah, you should do it, because if I fail, then I cannot leave this turn.
Okay.
So, because it takes me 2 actions.
Okay. So I'll do it.
You'll do it at 1.
Yeah, because we're just gonna fail.
I am going to exhaust Crystal Pendulum. And I'm going to draw... I'm going to use the draw 3.
Okay.
And I'm going to say you are going to... I'm going to say 0. No, I'm going to say fail by 2. Okay, so I'm going to cancel these 2, and you're going to... You were going to fail either way, so you did fail by 2, so I get to draw a card.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. So I take a damage and mental thing.
Yep, and we discard that and cancel the effect of the move.
Okay. So I still have my 2 actions, right? I just haven't moved.
Canadian mustache. This is the first scenario of the newest campaign. So
Yeah.
the first we would have been able to complete the first campaign in this amount of time probably.
Mm. No. Yeah, for sure. So he has 4. All right. All right. So I can move onto barrier camp.
Yeah. So now you can move, and I will spend my 8.
Oh.
It's got 6. Are you kidding me?
7, right? Well, shelter 7 is what I'm looking at.
Shelter 7, but we have, in order to resign, we have to take all the clues.
Oh yeah, that's fine. We'll figure that out. We got like 7 rounds to do that, right?
Okay, so yeah, so Shelter 7, Shroud of 4, 6 clues, Parlay test, Brain 4 to convince some of the other explorers you were here to give them something useful. If you succeed in the supplies recovered section of the campaign log, record dynamite.
Oh, we probably want dynamite, right?
I would say so.
All right. Here's the thing. I have 1 action left, right? So I want that dynamite.
Okay.
So I'm
Brain
going to
4?
test, and I'm going to throw away 2 cards. The Brain 6.
Brain 6?
Yeah.
This game has been that much more. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Brain 6, and it's a star.
Oh, hey. Okay. So that was a waste of 2 cards, but that's fine. So search the top 3 cards of the deck for an ally asset and draw it. No, but there is a treachery up there that's now going to get shuffled.
Nice.
All right. Cool.
Okay. So I'm going to go 1 up to barrier camp. Then I'm going to... Oh my gosh, it's 4. Yeah. Gross.
The other thing too is I have 2 cards that let me play right off the bat. Play as my first action to discover 1 clue at your location. So I can at least do that
Oh,
twice in the
nice.
next
Okay.
2 rounds.
Sweet.
So we'll get 2 clues that way.
Sweet. So I'm hoping that clairvoyance triggers.
Yeah.
So clairvoyance, I'm testing a 6 to a 4, and I'll draw 3 and resolve 1. Okay, so -1.
Mm,
So I take 2 clues.
solid.
And
That's true. Diamond's Edge is true too. If there's an enemy that shows up, I can discover 2 clues with it.
ooh, okay. Okay. I am going to hang. I'm not going to investigate this time with clairvoyance because I don't have any uses of my check the or draw 3, and I'd rather guarantee it or
Yeah.
as close to guarantee as I possibly can. And so I will instead draw a card, which is guts. Perfect. Okay, sweet. Okay, so enemy phase, no enemies. We'll go into the refresh phase. Refresh everybody. Gain resources and draw a card. Ooh, hypnotic gaze. Okay. Then at the top of the round, place 1 doom. Your event card is skittering nonsense. So you got skittering nonsense now, which is exactly what we want, right?
Yeah, that is.
There are no victory points in this location. Could shelter be translated to victory points? Oh, that would be awesome. That would be really, really cool. Oh, no, I hope that is the case. I hope that is the case. Okay, so you've got a scattering nonsense, and then I've got a card, which is a glacial phantasm. Ugh. Gross. Okay, so forced at the end of the enemy phase, if Glacial Phantasm is ready, move it once towards the location with the most investigators. In player order, each investigator at this monster's location or connecting location suffers the top card of the weakness deck into their deck without looking at it. And it's a 4/4/2.
Okay.
So, is that a? Is that me or is that you? Can you take
I think
it?
I was the. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it really matters, right?
I can then. I can do my investigate
Oh, right,
without
yeah.
taking the
Okay.
attack of opportunity.
What's this thing's name again?
Glacial Phantasm.
Please. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay, so let me go ahead and go first.
Okay.
I'm going to. You can discover 2 clues, right?
Now they have an enemy. Yes. Yes, I can.
Okay. Okay. So, if each investigator at the same location and that enemy or that location has no clues on it, resign. Um, so, so I can discover clue. You can discover clue, and then you can resign, and resigning does not provoke attack of opportunity. Machete's
Okay.
+1 damage is gone if Leo is engaged with 2 enemies. I think
Yeah.
Jacqueline should engage with the larger enemy.
Well,
So
if we just get all the clues, then we don't have to worry about engaging, right?
how do you get the clues? Do you have to kill something?
Well, no. If you just getting the clues, right? Like you're.
I can only probably get 2 of them. I think my best shot is to only be able to get 2 of them. That can't be
No,
right.
no.
Oh no, that is, yeah.
Well, even so, it's a 1/1 and a 1/1. Um, honestly, my Alice could take both of it, and she gets knocked out, which is not the campaign person, right? It's the other person. So it doesn't even affect me anyway. So
So I do have. Let me take the Glacial Phantasm because I think I can probably. I have Shriveling, so I think I may be able to kill it, and
okay,
then hunt for my third action.
sure, that works.
And then you can discover 2 clues when you kill an enemy, correct?
Can I?
Oh, I thought. Sorry, what does your card say?
It's just my first action. So discover 2
Oh, then yeah,
clues
no,
if
you
there's
take
just
it.
an enemy there. Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Because I'll take 2 clues. You'll take 2 clues, and resigning doesn't provoke.
Okay.
And none of those have victory points. So, okay, cool. So I will. Yeah, so I will go first then. I will spend this charge off of Clairvoyance to investigate for 6 to its 4. I'm going to spend a Guts to go to 8 to its 4.
Mhm.
And I will draw 3. I'm going to spend this to go 10 to 4. And I'm going to draw 3.
Okay.
Okay, so -1. So I got it. So I got 2 clues.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 1 action, and I get to draw a card from Guts. And two actions, I'll discard Psychosis. My alarm for work just went off. No, that's so sad. That's so sad. Alrighty, so that's my turn.
Okay, so the very first thing I'm going to play Scene of the Crime. Cost 2. So discover 2 clues since there's an enemy. This action does not provoke attacks of opportunity.
Cool. And then we resign.
And resign.
Okay. Exhausted and terrified by your ordeal, you decide that this is a good place as any to make camp for the night. Perhaps tomorrow you can salvage some kind of academic value out of this hellish journey, but for now, such things seem trivial. Survival is the only thing on your mind. Resolution 1. I love this book, by the way. I think I've already said that, but we're going to just keep saying it. Resolution 1. As you make camp, you are haunted by memories of the creatures you encountered in the icy wild. Such entities
Hold
should
up.
not...
Wait. Diamond's Edge is saying Leo resigns, not Jacqueline Nelson. He also needs.
Oh.
Well, hold on. But it says if each investigator is at the same location on that location has no clues, resign. You set up camp, each investigator resigns. So it sounds like you do the action and
Yeah.
each investigator resigns, though.
Yeah, I think that is normally... Yeah, it does... this card is worded weird. It's like a
Yeah.
collective resign.
Each investigator at the same location and that location has no clues. Resign. You set up camp, each investigator resign. Yeah, to me it sounds like we do. Like you're right. Normally each person would have to resign.
Yeah.
But
I didn't know that, and so it is good to know that normally that is how it would work, but we just got lucky
yeah,
this time.
yeah, we needed all the luck we could get.
Yeah. So, as you make camp, you are haunted by memories of the creatures you encountered in the icy wild. Such entities should not exist. Not even Dyer's report mentions anything of the kind. Grim silence settles over the expedition team as you set up shelter. No one speaks of what they saw in the frozen wilderness. No one speaks of the awful sounds those monsters made. You can only hope that this camp is secluded enough to avoid the attention of those things, whatever they may be. In your campaign log, write camp blank next to it. Record the name of the location the investigators resigned at. This location is referred to as the investigators' camp for the remainder of Ice and Death. Record the camp shelter value in parentheses next to his name. Each investigator earns experience equal to the camp shelter value. Bang, bang. Good
Give
call.
it to us.
Good call. Minimum of 3 plus victory X, so we each get 8 experience, dude.
That's
we
huge.
each get 8 experience.
That's candy.
That's insane. Oh, well, that's exciting. In the expedition team section of the campaign log, record any amount of damage and horror on each. Oh, so they keep their damage around.
Yep.
Cool. Good to know. Okay, so James Cookie has 1. And then proceed to checkpoint 1, the disappearance. Do not clean up the game yet. Oh, God. What? Don't clean up the game yet.
Oh, yeah. So here's the thing. We're not cleaning this up for a while. Just FYI.
Well,
I mean, what I did is I just took a picture of the screen, or a picture of the map, and then I just reset up. But that's, to be honest, this is what partially killed me on this, is that you stay here for a while.
Yeah. I'm going to say, like, I am literally moving. So this is getting cleaned up.
Yeah.
So do we read this now?
We could tease it if you want.
Yeah, let's go ahead and read it. Your sleep is anything but pleasant. The maddening cold bites at your flesh, and the ever-howling wind plays tricks on your minds, conjuring images of misshapen, inky forms bursting out of the ground and rending your party whole. Just as you are finally beginning to leave such horrid thoughts behind, your rest is shattered by a startled cry. You awaken to find your camp in shambles, and several of your companions missing. To your dismay, footsteps lead away from the relative safety of your camp into the frozen wilds beyond. Find and gather the story assets corresponding to the surviving team members of the expedition team, shuffle them, and randomly select a number of them equal to your camp's shelter value. Those characters are safe. Oh. That's huge. If every surviving member of the expedition team is safe, proceed to disappearance 2. That's not going to be the case. We'll do this. We'll do this next time. This feels like a lot. So, 8 experience. That's 1/3 of the total experience you got from Dunwich. Wrap the board and saran wrap for your to your new Isaac. Yeah, it's like one of those puzzle things. You like roll the mat and it keeps everything like together. Yeah. Oh my cards are just pinching.
They're all slightly warped.
Oh my gosh. Whoa. Oh wow. Okay, so I think this may take the record for our longest stream together. Jason.
Almost 4 hours, yeah.
Almost 4 hours. I think our previous record was 3 with Thanos. So
well, this was better than Thanos, so that's good.
I really enjoy 2-player. I'm excited to post the decks to kind of refine them a little bit and then figure out what we're going to do with 8 experience, because that is something else, right? I mean, that's crazy. So
I'm gonna buy all base level cards. That's all I'm gonna do.
I love it. Awesome. Thanks to Starry. Thank you everyone for hanging out. This was a total blast. I appreciate it. We'll be back, I think, next Wednesday. Are we good for next Wednesday?
I think yeah, we could be good for next Wednesday. Yeah, we're good for next Wednesday.
Jason, pad the deck. Card blow time. Go to 50.
Yeah, right.
Yep. So I assume we will be back next Wednesday. We'll keep everyone up to date in the Discord. Very good first playthrough. None of you were any bit close to dying. Yeah, I don't know if we got lucky or if we're just really good. It's probably the first, honestly. We probably got pretty lucky. Thank you all for hanging out. Are you streaming tomorrow?
No, I'll be back Sunday.
Okay, cool. Well, and I will be back on Monday. So, see you all around and talk to you in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, go join the Discord. Awesome. See you all around. Peace. Good morning, Kurokai.